This year we're going back to the basics of beauty. So the first thing we're learning is how to curl your hair with a curling iron. Now, it looks simple when you see other people doing it. However, when you try and actually do it yourself, it can be a little hard, and until you get the skill down, it can be a little frustrating. But it's super simple once you actually learn how to do it and once you actually practice on your own head. Now, the biggest thing when learning how to do any skill is obviously practice. So practice does make perfect, especially in beauty. So if you don't get it the first time, if you don't get it the second time, you might get it the third time. It just takes confidence in learning the motions of how to do it. And once you get it down, you're on lock. It's great. It'll be super simple. And you'll know it forever. So the very basics of what you need is a curling iron. Now, this is a very simple Chi Lava curling iron, and it's going to be great for any hair length, any type of curl you need. Now, if you already have a curling iron at home and you're like, but it's 1 inch or it's 2 inches, you're set. That's all you need. 1 to 2 inches, you'll be great. And if you are looking to purchase one, the Chi Lava one is incredible, and it'll be linked down below to the exact same one. So if you like the way this one looks, feel free. Now, some products that I'm going to be using to curl my hair that you are welcome to get or get versions of, or if you want the exact same products I'm using in this, they'll all be linked down below so you can go add them to your cart and buy them that way. Some important things. Some thermal protector. It's very important when putting a bunch of heat on your hair that you are protecting and not frying your hair off. So a thermal protector is important. This one is from Alfaparf, and it's just a spray. You can spray on your hair before you add any heat. I also like the Miracle Fruit Oil that I put in my hair before I blow dried it this morning. That also is more of an oil consistency, and I put it on my hair wet, and that is also a thermal protector up to like 450 degrees, I believe. So that's also another option if you don't really like the sprayed route. The other is a texture spray. This is the Get a Grip Dry Texture Spray from Kuhn. And finally, to finish it all off, is some hairspray. Now, this is the working hairspray from Goldwell. It's part of their StyleSign collection. I prefer a working hairspray as opposed to a strong hold hairspray because I like wearing my curls multiple days in a row, and I feel like if I use a strong hold hairspray, it's a little too stiff for my liking, but that's just also a personal preference. Any hairspray you got or any hairspray you purchase is going to hold your hair in place. I like this one. It works really well, and it holds my curls. It holds all of my styles. So if you're looking to invest in a new hairspray, check out this one. They also have a strong hold hairspray and I think an extra strong hairspray. So to start off, thermal protector, which, like I said before, I already added some into my hair, so I'm not going to add too much. But spray this throughout your hair. If you didn't apply an oil that had also a thermal protector in it, add a bit more than I just did. But check. Now, I like to add a bit of texture spray before, during, and after I do my curl because I just like the hold that it gives me and the texture that it provides to my hair. If you're wanting a more sleek curl, a super sleek look, you don't need to add as much as I'm going to. Just add a little bit after you're done with your curls. Honestly, you don't even need it, but I like it. So I'm just gonna take this. Make sure that your hair is also completely brushed out when you're doing this to make sure that there's no tangles, and it'll make curling your hair 10 times easier, which is the goal. I'm going to show a curl in the front first, just so I can show what I'm doing and it'll be a lot easier. My own personal preference is to start in the back and curl forward, and then start here and curl forward. Some people start in the front and curl back. Completely up to you, and neither way is right or wrong. It's just personal preference. But to start off, I'm just going to do one right here to show the technique of curling first. So we have our section. It is a 1 to 2 inch section. The more hair you grab, the looser the curl is going to be. So if you want a super tight curl, grab a smaller section. And if you want a looser curl, grab a bigger section. So what you're going to do, you have your clamp right here. It's turned on, it's hot, it's ready. I like to go all the way up, clamp down, and go down the shafts of the hair completely so that it kind of heats up the hair and it creates like a baseline heat to fully curl your hair. And then what you're going to do is go towards the top, go to about mid-length, and curl up your hair. And then just sit like this for a sec. Once it's been about 10 seconds, loosen up the clamp and go a bit farther down and roll it back up. Then sit like this for a minute. And then about 10 seconds later, go to the very end of your hair. You're gonna do this as many times as you need for the length of your hair. If your hair is only like 6 inches long, only do it once. If it's down to your waist, do it a few more times. But this way, it's not trying to fry your ends off in the very beginning, because it doesn't need to be on the heat as long, because it's thinner and finer than the top. So then you let it go, and you have a perfect little curl. Okay, let's do this again. So go down the hair, clamp, go down about 6 inches, roll it up, wait about 10 seconds, go down about another 4 to 6 inches, roll it up, go to the end, roll it up, unclamp, and let your curl down. And I like to just curl it up further, and then you have your perfect little curl. So now to like my actual curling routine. Refix this, and then I'm going to pick the very back of my head. The same exact process. Now if you have bangs or side fringe pieces or anything shorter than your normal hair like I have here, I like to curl those separately than the normal curls of my hair, instead of just adding it in here, because I think you can shape it a lot easier. But I just go all in one, and I don't really clamp, like release the clamps. Just keep it moving until it's all the way rolled in. Okay, the first side of my hair is completely done, so now we're going to move on to this side. Now, sometimes it can be tricky learning to curl with your non-dominant hand, but it is the exact same process and the exact same technique. So once you have it down on your dominant side, curling on the opposite is a piece of cake. Just hold it. But make sure the clamp is always on the top. Don't flip it to this side and then put the clamp on the bottom, because it's opposite. Clamp on the top. All the way up. Run it down. Here and curl. And you get your perfect little curl. So now we continue and do curls all along our head. Alright, both sides are fully curled. Now I'm just going to do my bangs really quickly. If you have bangs, hold them up. Hold the clamp towards the back, so not just to your forehead. And you just kind of pull away. But it'll slightly curl, but you don't want it to curl too much. But then these ones, mess them up right away. So that they have all pretty much set. So now I'm going to go mess them up, brush them out with my fingers, rake my hands through them, because I like a looser, messier look of my curls. The volume and messier that you're looking for, you can go back in and add more texture spray. Or honestly, you can use dry shampoo as well to just add a little bit of body and texture into your hair. Now once you've played with it enough, you like the way it's looking, and if you really want that volume, you can go flip your head upside down, shake out your hair that way, and add a bit of hairspray or texture spray while it's upside down, and then flip it back. Volume. But for today, I am just going to stick with this. Now once it's the way that you like it, go ahead and grab your hairspray, sprayer. So now your hair is fully curled and you just used a curling iron all by yourself. Now if it didn't turn out exactly like you want it, keep practicing. I promise it gets so much easier every single time that you try it and every single time that you use a curling iron. And if you did it on the first try and it looks incredible, I'm so proud of you. Look at you go.